All right, welcome to a special live afternoon interview here on Local FM 107.3 CFMH in St. John. I am your host, Jay Sadler, and I will be shortly joined by a couple bands here playing tonight at the Haven Music Hall. First, I expect to talk to Dahl, who I believe are wandering the halls of the station currently. They're in town to play a show with Shriven, new band from Fredericton, and they're going to be playing with local legends Dr. Mother Father tonight at Haven Music Hall. Doors are at 7, show starts at 8. It's $12 advance. If you want to save a few dollars, you can still grab some tickets, and it'll be $15 at the door, also a solid deal. But let's kick the hour off with a song by Dahl. This is going to be called Una Minutes from their latest album, debut album, in fact, called That's It. All right, welcome back to Local 107.3 FM here in St. John, New Brunswick, special afternoon interview edition. I'm now joined in the live booth here with Dahl. I believe all 4 members. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's
all
correct.
Right, cool. We got Edward, we got Anthony, we got Brian, and we got William.
Yes,
Did I get them all?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. Hey guys, thanks a lot for coming in.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
It's great to be here.
So you're in town here tonight to play Haven Music Hall.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
With Shriven.
With Shriven.
Yeah.
They should be coming here pretty quick. And Dr. Mother Father.
Dr. Mother Father, Corey Bonavie actually tracked, I think he did everything on the Shriven record, the EP that comes out tomorrow.
Oh.
Just a fun fact there.
Yeah, sick.
That is
he's a great engineer.
I'm really excited for the EP to come out. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it should be solid. And actually tomorrow is the venue's 1-year anniversary, so everyone's kind of stoked on that too.
Oh, no
this
kidding.
particular venue. Yeah.
It's kind of serendipitous.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this is your first show before you kind of do 5 or 6 dates on the East Coast?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, this is our first show on the road. And yeah, we drove into Fredericton, and then last night, and then today we just drove to St. John's, and we literally just got out of the parking lot and here.
And into the studio, live on air.
Yeah.
No time to think. Now, you have a connection with Fredericton, right? Because the new remix that you just put out is in...
Yes.
To Fredericton somehow?
Yes, as a matter of fact. We, was it 2 years ago that we played Flourish Festival?
A year and a half we were in Flourish, and we met a band, Post Coal Prom Queen from Scotland.
Okay.
And we made a connection and decided to do a remix swap with them.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
You never know when you'll run into that sort of situation.
You never
right?
know, and it was a really great opportunity to meet so many different artists, and we're still in touch with them, and we're hopefully trying to kind of build out more collaborative opportunities. It's just fun to kind of take someone else's song and just flip it,
Okay.
So,
yeah. Is that kind of in your guys' history, like collabs? Is that kind of...
No, that was the first one.
First one? Okay.
Yeah, that was the first. Hopefully, I would like to do more. I quite enjoy it. It's a really great way to exchange ideas and kind of play with new constraints and new kind of opportunities.
Yeah.
But everyone's got timing, or there's just geographic differences. Like they're in Edinburgh, and we're in Montreal.
Yeah.
But we got to do this, and it was really sick. Hopefully, we can do more.
Very cool. So you mentioned constraints. Is that your music's pretty layered, but it's pretty chill? Like there's a lot going on, but at the same time, it's like pretty digestible at the same time, even though it's like kind of artsy and stuff. How do constraints play into that?
I think for us, constraints often have to deal with kind of not going too far into the realm of... I'm trying to think because I sound like a hypocrite because with our last album, I don't think we had any constraints.
No, we didn't.
We didn't. I think the constraints term I'm using is something more recent, and it actually does... It relates to Post Coal and also a new EP that we're going to be putting out on the 8th of November.
Okay,
So,
cool.
Tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. Yeah. So
Same day Shriven.
Yeah. It happened to be
Double
that. It
release
was wild when we found out.
So maybe because there were no constraints on the last record, did that become an issue or?
Not an issue. I just kind of think creatively you can go two ways. Like when you don't have constraints or place constraints upon yourself, because naturally there are some always.
Yeah.
I think that just generates a different product. And with this new EP that we're putting out, it's called the Earl's Hall Sessions. We chose to go into kind of a makeshift studio and just kind of wall ourselves up for I think maybe slightly over 50 hours.
Yeah. There's our friend buddy who does a lot of recording, James Healy, has these sessions, and he has this mobile rig and took us to this his heritage building in Wakefield. It's like this old theater. He set it up, and we came with ideas, but nothing fully formed. And the band wrote them, and it was an intense 48 hours.
It's just like we have, and that was the constraint was time. We didn't give ourselves with our album, it was years of work, and with this, it was we have hours. And just to see after that, it's this is the product, and we have to make our peace with that. So that's what this new EP is going to be. It's the process of controlled constraint, if you want, or something.
Okay.
And it was 4 hours a song, because we had 7 songs, and we were doing 10 hours in the studio, our 13-hour days. So
wow,
just in this old theater.
It was
bar.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Well, that's how the magic comes about, when you have those constraints and you don't have time to overthink things.
Exactly. So it was kind of like a project and kind of social experiment on our band.
Okay.
Yeah, to see how we cope, and I think we all changed a bit, I think.
Yeah. And then William did production with James afterwards, and it was William also produced our full length as well. So
that's it. I've been digesting that the last couple of days. Actually, it's a really cool, vibey record.
Cool, thank you.
I really like it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Now, is the band name? Is that your favorite Indian dish? Is that where that comes from?
No, that's pretty close. As anyone in a band knows, it's so difficult to come up with a name.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the few that were kind of left after we had just kind of chopped off the other ones. And essentially, what it means is split pulse. Okay. And the reason we kind of chose that was at one point during a show, we were doing a sound check years ago. And this person described our band as broken shards of glass, just kind of all these ideas going in different places. And I kind of appreciated it, but I thought we could find a more tasteful and more suitable literary device and to do that. And now we went with the split pulse, which is a lentil and dal
Yeah.
Okay,
And
that's cool.
like, yeah,
I
it's
like
just
that.
like we have a different, everyone's got a different beat that they kind of bring or feel that they bring to the project.
Okay.
We actually had a fight over the band names because I wanted to call it
Luna?
Isla. And then we polled our friends and he won. So
Yeah.
And you,
Had to go
okay, let the crowd
Oh,
decide.
Shriven's
Hey, we're
here.
driven. Shriven has arrived.
Shriven has entered the room.
Yeah, all
Let's,
right. Now we've got a party going on in here. We're gonna do a little bit
squish
of
in, yeah.
little shifting. Yeah, come on in.
So sorry for the delay.
It's all good. Come on in. The seat is warm for you. Just swing that mic around. Maybe Dahl can share a mic and Shriven can share a mic. And yeah,
we
it's
don't
pretty
really
exciting.
need the headphones.
Yeah, I know you can ditch the headphones if you want. We can hear each other. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
So yeah, so it's pretty interesting that Shriven and Dahl both have an EP coming out tomorrow, November 8th. Both in town to play at Haven Music Hall.
That's right.
Doors are at 7, shows at 8. $15 at the door. I'm speaking with Charles, I recognize, from Palmer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
And sorry, I'm
Should
not.
I be like in the mic? Like
Yeah, if you can swing the mic around, there's another chair in there too if you want to grab it. Yeah, we can do this just on the fly. Yeah.
I'm Carter.
Sorry?
Carter.
Carter. Oh, nice to meet you, Carter.
Nice to meet you too.
So,
Brandon?
Jay.
Oh, Jay.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. Yeah. This is all live, so this is exciting. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
this is
excited.
great.
Yeah. So let's talk about your single run. We'll come back to Dahl, but we'll talk to Shriven just because they entered the room here.
Yeah.
So your single run came out last week.
Yeah.
November
Yeah,
1st?
on the first.
On the
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Okay. Recorded, mixed, and mastered by Corey Bonavie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
right,
whole
yeah.
EP is, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. The whole thing. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. We went for the full experience with
Okay.
with Monopolize.
The full meal
Oh,
deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, he was involved with Cellar Ghost too, right? Not to go back to the past too much, but did the album come out on
yeah,
Monopolize?
the album. Yeah, we
Yeah.
did some releases with him. He just
Yeah.
released the record, but he didn't do any mixing before.
Yeah, he mastered in
He
the whiteout,
mastered
yeah.
it. Yeah,
He
but
mastered
he never
it.
mixed
Yeah.
it for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was great experience working with Corey.
Yeah,
yeah.
very
Totally.
cool. Yeah, the production's great on it. Sounds really
Thanks.
nice.
Yeah, he got the
That's great.
sound instantly, so that was a
Yeah.
lot of fun to go
Yeah.
there and have somebody understand it right away. So that saved a lot of time for sure.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
And we've known Corey for a long time, so he knows the band. Well, he knows our previous bands.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
the same songwriter, so there's a lot of similarities.
Okay, very
Yeah.
cool. So how did both of you guys meet up? Like, how did that come together?
Through Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie and I went to school together in Montreal.
Yeah.
no way.
Met,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we all went to Concordia, and same with our friend William out there too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we studied in the same program.
Yeah, and became
Um,
buds.
Yeah, just almost instantly. Yeah,
Okay, very cool.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And now we've been like known each other for like 6 years now.
Yeah.
which is wild.
Okay.
Like,
That is wild.
Very
That's
cool.
crazy.
we met in like 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you convince them to come out here? Is this your
I've,
doing?
I've been working pretty hard.
He's been laying his seeds, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Just like, you should apply to this festival. You should apply to this one.
Yeah, Charlie's the mastermind for sure.
Okay, he's the master. He's the puppet master. Yeah, just
Yeah.
pulling the strings.
That's it.
Just
Great.
Is that why both EPs are coming out on the same day?
Imagine. That was just random.
Yeah.
yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
That's really cool, though. So Haven Music Hall, and then let's go through the dates quickly for anyone for those listening. So tonight's
sure.
going to be St. John Haven Music Hall.
Yep.
Now, I had them on my screen, but now I don't have them on my screen. So tomorrow, do you know off the top of your head where you are?
Oh yeah,
Sackville?
got them in the brain. So
Give her- spit 'em out.
So tomorrow, they're really kind at CHMA to put on a show for us there at the HQ in Sackville.
Okay.
We're doing a live video recording and performance, so it'll be open to the public.
Oh, cool.
So that'll be pretty fun. It'll be
Very
part
cool.
of like the video series that they've got going on there.
Okay.
And then we're going to Bridgewater, Nova Scotia. We're going to play on Saturday on the 9th. We're going to play at Mulligan's Sports Bar
Okay.
with Ocean Charter Values, who's been around these parts quite a bit over the time. And then, so that'll be fun. It'll be fun to break into the South Shore.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to Halifax on Sunday. We're going to play at Gus's. Also with Ocean Charter Values, and then back to Fredericton, and we're doing an all ages show at Little Hair Shop, which is a hair salon that's owned by this lovely person named Leah Gallant.
Okay.
Um,
Very cool.
and it's kind of an experiment, and it's co-presented by the Cap. And
Okay.
so it'll be, and that's with Dr. Mother Father as well,
Oh,
and
nice.
then a local all ages band called Fire the Cannons.
Fire the Cannons. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, at all ages, is it starting a little earlier than people would expect? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
7 to 9.
7 to
Just
9.
Hard 7 to 9. Everyone's doing 20-minute sets.
Okay. Very cool. That's exciting.
Yeah.
So, Dahl, have you folks been out here on the East Coast before?
Yeah, we were here a year and a half ago for Flourish, which is kind of that was our first time.
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah, sorry, I guess you mentioned that. I should have.
Yeah, and then...
Played Brad Storm in Halifax.
Oh, the all ages venue there.
Yeah.
That seems like it's a cool place to be right now.
It was really great.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
Cool.
Whenever we have had the opportunity to come out here, we've just had such a great time, and the music scene is just so strong. It's awesome. And then not last winter, the winter prior, we had played Shivering. No,
It was in January.
Shivering.
It was in January.
We played Shivering in Fredericton as well.
Okay, yeah.
Songs.
So we were like trying to. Fredericton's becoming like the second home for us.
The second home, yeah. A lot of activity there. Yeah, that's really cool.
It's a good home.
Yeah, it's a beautiful city. Yeah, and there's lots. The East Coast is pretty cool right now. I mean, New Brunswick's going through quite a bit of growth, so it seems like to me anyway.
Yeah,
It's a cool place to be. When you first moved to Montreal, you from Calgary, right? Most of you.
Yeah,
Us too.
Yeah.
You too. Okay.
Yeah.
How did that transition go? Like, did you have to learn French? Was that ever a concern, or did you kind of just get involved right away with the scene?
We did not get like involved right away. I think it was a long curve for us to kind of learn the best way to go about integrating ourselves into the scene. I think when we first moved there, we spent a lot of time kind of, I think, being a little nervous in the city and just wanting to kind of focus on writing our music. I don't think we went out and kind of engaged as much as we did at first. So it was a little bit of a slow transition into kind of building a community and making a network.
But like the Anglo scene is pretty strong. Like there wasn't like the force to learn French. Like we didn't feel that pressure. We just learned it on our own, like by living there. And
And there's quite a few artists like from out west, at least Calgary, that were in Montreal. Like our band was one of a few from Calgary at the time that were moving and making those changes. So like, yeah,
Gotcha.
a lot of bands have come from out west and kind of set up there.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a melting pot. Montreal, it's a really awesome city.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I think it's had such a long standing, I think, reputation as kind of a hub in Canada for music. And obviously, I mean, I think one thing that's cool about being here and being on the road is seeing like there's many others, and like there's different types of scenes that develop. So Montreal's great, but there's something really special, here too, and we're really excited to play tonight and kind of see what the scene's like. Because talking to Charlie, it seems like people are getting stoked and really excited. So kind of curious to see what that's going to be like too.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should throw on a Shriven song, and then we can come back and chat some more. But I already played a Dahl tune, so it seems fair to throw on a Shriven song.
Yeah, let's go for it.
So I'll lead. I do have an advanced copy of the EP, but would you prefer that I play the single?
It'd be maybe we should play one of the ones that's not out
The
yet.
unreleased track.
Yeah. Yeah, which one should we do?
I don't know.
Which one did you play? Like,
Una Minutes was
okay,
Yeah.
maybe we should do like. Do you think? I don't know, like Storm or Deity or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Deity.
You want to do Deity?
Yeah, let's do Deity.
All right,
track
let's do
2.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so we're going to hear unreleased track, everyone, from Shriven's new EP that drops tomorrow. This is track 2 called Deity. You can catch them tonight at Haven Music Hall with Dahl, who are in town, and Dr. Mother Father are playing the show as well, so that's pretty sweet. And yeah, after this tune, we'll be back.
into the dream. This false ceiling and the prying eyes above were all labyrinth. Who could fake consumption love? Into the dream. It's much easier to follow than to flee. Into the dream. It's all about what I can get out of every conversation. I'll use you like you use me. I'll use you like you use me. I'll use you like you use me. 'Cause everybody else did, so would you.
All right, welcome back. That was Deity, unreleased track. Well, sneak peek. It comes out tomorrow off Shriven's debut EP called Saints. Sorry, I'm dropping the ball on it. Saints Row?
Saints Rest.
Saints Red?
Saints Rest.
Saints Rest.
Yeah.
Fail on the
Like the beach.
fail on the host.
Yeah. Saints Row. Like the game.
Yeah, that's a game, right? Okay, okay, that's why it was in my head.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a great track. Maybe we could we were talking about seafood briefly, but before we talk about seafood, just before we went back on the air, I don't actually really know. Maybe if Brandon has a seafood recommendation, I'm not sure if he's listening. I don't see a reaction, but and he used to look at and then he's like, so maybe Billy Seafood. Maybe that's the place to go.
Okay.
Brandon, they're not sure. Okay, so let's talk about the Deity. Let's talk about the story behind that track.
Yeah, let me think about that one there. I think a lot of the tracks on this EP are just kind of a little bit fed up with the modern world, I guess, sort of things we value.
Okay.
And just like, I don't know, a little bit social media, the sort of ideas that get pumped out there in echo chambers, and sort of the things that we look up to now as like the holy word or whatever is sort of changed now.
Okay.
That's like the idea of deity.
Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
What's so do lyrics come first, like the idea for the song, or is it the music comes first?
It's always music first.
It's always music?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll always write like a guitar part first and then come up with a melody, then fit lyrics to it after.
Okay.
And honestly, like I'll do a lot of automatic writing where I'll write the lyrics kind of off the top of my head, and then the ones that I like stay, the ones I don't, I get rid of them.
Okay.
And then subconsciously there's always something, that's on my mind at the time that comes out through the lyrics. I don't really sit down. I'm not like, I want to write a song about this, but
okay.
Yeah.
Does the mood of the music kind of determine the lyric content?
I feel like a lot of the time the mood of the music is kind of, I don't know. I've been talking about this recently, but I only really write music if I'm feeling like it's kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say they're all bummers, but like,
if you're feeling down, yeah.
I don't really, if I'm like really happy, I don't really want to write a song about it, you know?
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. But what happens if you have too many happy days in a row? You just can't.
Yeah, I guess not. No music.
No music. You got to stay depressed.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't put it. I wouldn't go that far. But yeah, if I'm just, I don't know. Even, I mean, not necessarily depressed, but if you just get in the mood for writing songs or whatever, certain headspace.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and also like there's a big backlog
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
what I was
That's
gonna
so when the happy times come, we're just working through the backlog. Yeah.
I had to think for a sec about Deity, because is that an older one or newer one? Because like with Cellar Ghost, after we split up in 2017, I would keep writing songs until, now 2023 is when we started jamming.
Yeah.
With this new project, so I had 6 years of a backlog there of songs to work through. So
Yeah.
Most of these are newer ones, but Storm, for example, I wrote that in 2019, so an older one.
So it's an older one, yeah.
And there's some other ones from 2019 that
Yeah.
I was living in Scotland for a couple of years and
cool.
playing with some friends there, and wrote a few songs, and I'm gonna try to learn some of those with these guys.
Okay,
so,
very cool. That was after Cellar Ghost kind of threw in the towel, or
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, there's a ton of demos just waiting.
Just waiting to be explored.
Yeah, as soon as we finish this little tour, we're gonna just start working on those ones, I think.
Yeah, that's a good problem to have. Too many,
Yeah.
too many songs.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, let's jump back over to Dahl and talk about. I played at the start of the show. I played Una Minutes. Is that how you say that?
Yep.
Okay. So maybe you want to give me the story of that song, since we got a little taste of what Deity was all about.
Yeah, sure. So the song is essentially kind of just kind of the opposite. It's a summer love song. So I wanted to write something that I think, I guess it's maybe a little me generalizing, but I assume everyone at some point, or maybe in the future of their lives in some capacity, will maybe have a summer encounter that's just memorable. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be just with anyone, but just. It could be camping. It could be sharing a smooch in a park. It could be, drinking till 3 a.m. on picnic tables. I think we all have some kind of memory to that. So that's kind of the song. The first lyric is, I wish I knew you right before I met you, because it's just something that's, I think it's a really nice memory that I think a lot of people can attach themselves to, and I wanted to write about that. I will say that's probably the first sort of happy song I wrote.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
day.
And
You can teach Carter. You can.
It's like the key is just right. No. Yeah.
That's cool.
There's an Easter egg in that song of our cat Sweet Pea purring.
Really?
Maybe you can hear
Okay.
it.
Now, do you
Give it a
need
try.
listen to headphones and?
Yeah,
and,
probably.
So what do you win if someone finds it?
Yeah, you just did that.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
A cassette. Yeah.
Like I said, hey, that's good. That's good.
swear
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Well, S-bombs, I don't know. Well, if we don't get any complaints, But
Yeah, that's it. I ruined our chances.
Whole Dahl interview just edited out.
yeah.
For, like, not suitable for minors.
Okay, so here's a random question, because you mentioned being on a picnic table or maybe drinking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I lived in Montreal too briefly for a couple of years, and I remember moving there and learning that you could drink alcohol in the parks.
Yeah.
Now, could you do that in Calgary?
No.
Because to me, it blew my mind. I was like, this is so cool. You just sit around with beer and not get in trouble.
There's technically the bylaw is that you need to have a meal with you.
You need to have a meal, okay.
And you can only have like a bottle of wine, but they don't enforce it.
But I mean, you could just bring like half a baguette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't really. They started enforcing it in the pandemic because I think it started getting out of
Getting-
control. They
Yeah.
essentially became the bars.
Okay.
But,
The parks became the bars. Okay.
You could do that in Edinburgh too, in Scotland.
Yeah.
There was
yeah?
actually it wasn't technically legal, but the cops didn't do anything.
Really?
I remember walking around drinking cider. I talked to a police officer while I was drinking cider one time. They didn't do anything. So
Okay.
I'm assuming it's okay. I don't know. Don't take my word for it. But
Yeah.
It's my big dream for New Brunswick, though.
Yeah.
I think it would
Drinking
solve
the
all it would solve all the problems.
Yeah.
Would it?
No,
Yeah.
probably
If it's one thing I know,
Legalized
probably
drinking in
not.
public
but it
spaces.
might cause
Yeah.
some- but I don't know, Queen Square Park or something, or like going to somewhere in Fredericton, just having a picnic and having
It'd be nice.
Having a couple of
wine.
drinks, yeah.
It would fill up the parks at least. I think that, like in St. John, it'd be nice to fill up the parks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's some. Of course, there's pros and cons. I mean, alcohol does things to certain people that,
Yeah.
but whatever. But I think it would be. I found it enjoyable if you can control the situation.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's a big complicated
Yeah.
subject.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun to think about, though.
Yeah.
So, what's so the 2 EPs coming out tomorrow? Are you playing any Dahl? Are you playing any tracks off your new EP, or are you sticking mostly to that's it?
I think we have mixed feelings. I think Brian said we have to.
We should play one.
So yeah, that's the stance. We should play one.
Okay.
Is where we're at. We will. Yes.
Play.
We'll play the single.
We'll play the single.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what about when it drops tomorrow? You gonna play more, or you're just
We
continuing?
haven't learned them.
You haven't learned. Okay.
Yeah.
We will.
Okay.
It's a mystery. We're working on a new album already on top of that.
Oh wow, cool. So lots of creativity coming out.
Yeah.
That's
we do have a
awesome.
new music video dropping for the single that we've now committed to playing tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
The single comes
Tonight.
out.
It's tonight.
The music video comes out tonight. Or
Not tonight, no. The video should be out within like the next couple of weeks. We're
Okay.
just working with a colleague in Massachusetts, and they're just finishing it up.
okay.
So that'll be out shortly.
Very cool. Massachusetts. Is
Yeah.
that the same person who did Una Minutes? Video?
No, Una Minutes. The video is shot by one of our colleagues, Val, in Montreal,
Okay.
and I kind of did the artistic direction around the video, and then Brian and I were acting in it.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, who was in the? There's a costume involved, right? Were
Yeah.
you in the costume?
That's me.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I recognize Brian from
Yeah.
the picnic
That was
scene.
me in
Yeah.
a very, very overheated ghillie suit.
Pretty sweaty.
Yeah, yeah. It was a long day.
Okay.
Long in caps lock.
What about, so going back to Shriven here, we'll go to the other side again. Your EP's 4 tracks. So do you fill out the show with extra tracks, or what do you do?
Yeah, we've got about 4 more that we know how to play.
Okay.
So yeah, we're playing all the EP songs because
Okay.
Yeah.
we got it.
Yeah, all the EP songs and a bit of the backlog.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Like unreleased tracks, basically, right?
yeah, and hopefully ones that we'll record sometime in the near future. Yeah, we keep demoing them out like over and over again. So
Did you come to St. John to record with Corey, or did he go
Yeah,
to
we came
Fredericton?
down, yeah.
You came down.
yeah,
you came
we
down,
went
okay.
to Corey's studio that was in the Interaction building.
Yeah, okay, uptown, right?
Yeah.
It sounds a little live off the floor, is it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it was like live off the floor with the group, and then overdubs and a couple of like little smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
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 You. Very
Little
cool.
tricks.
Yeah, all around super fun process working with Corey. Yeah.
Was it pretty quick? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
remarkably quick actually. Yeah, like I think like we went in and did bed tracks, and they already sounded pretty freaking awesome. And then overdubs, and there really wasn't
Yeah.
that much left to do after. Like Corey mixed it and it sounded amazing, but I think
Yeah, we did like 2 days of overdubs, didn't we? Or was
we
it
did
just
one day of overdub. We did 2 days of
overdubs?
recording, and then
Yeah.
some mixing and mastering, and then
Yeah.
came together really fast.
very cool.
Yeah.
Do you record to clicks?
This one, yeah.
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 And do you like piece takes together? Not to give away too much of the secrets, but or was it like full takes?
Yeah, we did like we did multiple full takes through the whole song. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. And there's, like with a lot of projects, there's a bit of copy and paste.
Oh,
here
yeah,
and
for
there.
sure.
Yeah, part of the smoke and mirrors.
Secrets. Yeah, the
Yeah.
secrets.
yeah,
It's all fine.
Yeah, bunch of copy and paste. Sometimes, some projects more than others. I think this one, like, I don't know, there
we
was some copy and
forgot a
paste.
vocal harmony, and then
Yeah.
had to copy and paste that in, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are our Easter eggs,
yeah.
Find the copy and paste.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever. I bet there's copy and paste on Dahl's record. Not to put them on the spot, but
Absolutely.
I would
That
think-
it was to the grid pretty hard.
to the grid. Okay, so I would imagine like your production probably isn't live off the floor. It would.
No, not for the record. That's it.
Yeah.
That was not off the floor. That was mostly computers.
Yeah, programming.
Computers, yeah, and then sequencers.
Yeah.
Cool.
Samplers.
Yeah. William said sequencers and samplers.
Okay, and William's the producer.
Yeah, he produced
Yeah.
that one.
Maybe William has some words of wisdom. No, shaking.
No.
No, we're doing
Do you have a favorite sequencer?
Digitact.
Digitac?
Yeah. I've grown a fondness for the Digitact. I got one recently, and I've been enjoying playing with it quite a bit.
Okay, and that's because of ease of use, or just what do you like about it?
I wouldn't say ease of use. Like, yeah, on the surface it's pretty easy to use, but like when you get like deep into the menus, I love menu diving. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's exciting.
So there's lots of Easter eggs to find on that machine.
That's it.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Easter eggs, back to Easter eggs.
So what's the most difficult part of producing Dahl? You're in the band now, correct? Right?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
in the band.
But putting on the producer hat, how do you find? I guess actually that's
Yeah,
how do you balance those two? Two jobs.
It gets a little tricky. Yeah, I don't know. It's tricky, but
yeah.
it works, I think.
I'm not putting you on the spot.
Yeah, what's the hardest part of producing us, Willie?
Yeah. What do you really think of each other?
You're trying to break up the band here.
No, I'm trying to. This can just be fuel for the next batch of tunes.
That's it. Emotions.
Emotional fuel.
Emotional fuel. Yeah. That's good stuff. Okay, I kind of want to hear another song off That's It, if that's all right.
Sure.
So, I'm gonna throw on. I'll just banter here as I go through the list. Is it cool if I is it cool if I play Merlin's Night Out?
Yes.
Everyone okay with that?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll remind everyone that Dahl and Shriven and Dr. Mother Father are playing tonight at Haven Music Hall. Doors are at 7, shows at 8. $12 advance, so you can save a few bucks if you log on and get the tickets now. $15 at the door, though, still a solid deal. And that's at Haven Music Hall in Uptown St. John. And now we're going to hear tune off of That's It by Dahl. The song is going to be called Merlin's Night Out.
Who's that you see when space turns in at 7 on street corner fixing? No need for a needle. Sure, I look better, but I bet you don't know that this old knit sweater paid purchase with the former. See the sun on my chest, is it rising or setting? I could tell you, but all you say is listen to my plans I have for the summer reading. Listen, I don't even own a mirror. I see who I am in others. I'm saying, where the hell do you think story goes? Cause this nonsense is surely happening. To the date I narrate that should be forbidden. All I feel is yours, but then you can't even see them. Oh, you still smile your smile, no, that's risky business. This is really happening. This is really happening. This is really happening. This is really happening. Refuse to get off the street, no thanks, please just get the hell out of my car. I don't even own a mirror, I see who I am in others. I refuse to get off the street, no thanks, please just get the hell out of my car. Thanks, please just get out of my car. Thanks, please get out of my car. Thanks, please just get out of my car. Thanks, please get out of my car. Thanks, please get out of my car. Next loud of my car. Next loud. When I sort it, I'm asleep beside you and it's gone and I feel so much better. I love breakfast cause you make me set the table. Well, after your coffee so strong to sip off and listen. No matter what time and teenage tension with you. It's a morning in the summer and no matter what time and teenage tension with you. It's a morning in the summer. Even when you're and others, I refuse to get off the street. No thanks, please just get the hell out. Thanks, please just
right, and that was Merlin's Night Out from Dahl's debut full-length record. That's it. They have a new EP dropping tomorrow, same day as Shriven's EP drops. So that's pretty cool. Music raining down from the heavens tomorrow.
Woohoo!
Let's go through some, what's the best way? Let's start with Dahl. The best way for people to get in touch with you.
Instagram messaging and or email to
Email?
our Gmail account. Should I say it?
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Dahlbooking@gmail.com.
yeah, because someone's
can
gonna
reach us
hear
there.
someone's gonna hear the purring and
And our Instagram is not Dahl, it's halfduck_Dahl.
Yeah.
It's a acronym. So whoever can figure out what the half duck means will get a free T-shirt.
nice. Oh yeah.
We're just giving
up in the
away our
ante.
merch now.
You gave it away. You said don't swear.
Oh, right.
So cassette for the purring.
Yep.
Right?
Except for if you can find the purring cat, and if you can figure out what half duck means.
Yeah.
It
So-
took place in a rehearsal where I was angry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that might okay. So if someone in St. John, someone could walk away tonight.
And if
With a
one
t-shirt.
person says both, they get a vinyl.
Oh,
One person can name the
man.
cat and the acronym, they get a vinyl.
Full package here now.
It's like, cool, we're out of
Trying to think
vinyls.
about
it.
It's all free because
Yeah.
Try to figure it out.
Yeah, we don't have any merch.
So
yeah.
what is Shriven gonna do to kind of like keep up with this
This
giveaway?
Say we don't have any merch
Yeah,
we're
yet,
merch.
so
Okay.
I don't know. Give you a hug or something.
Yeah.
Hugs are good.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
We have little pieces of paper that we're gonna bring that have QR codes on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you get one of those.
Yeah. Now is that tied to the EP? So you can.
Yeah, it'll
Download
just,
the EP?
it'll just go to a link tree. So it'll be like just a couple of streaming links and
Okay.
Bandcamp and that kind of thing, and the show dates as well. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. And okay, so sorry, I got distracted for a second because I wanted to talk about more. If people want to grab your record, is Bandcamp the best place to do it? And then
Bandcamp, you can order it on Bandcamp.
Okay. Streaming is nice, but Bandcamp, it's nice to support the artist.
It
with
also
the
like
cash.
it does support us a lot. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's a really difficult time for I think artists to kind of get a return on their margins, but it is important. Even us, we're on the road right now, so any support, any capacity you can give is greatly appreciated and needed. Not just for us, but for any emerging artist, it matters. So yeah, please Bandcamp. Hit us up on Instagram. We're super friendly. We're just kind of quiet.
Yeah, no problem with that. And what about Shriven? Is Bandcamp the place to be as well for putting
yeah, I'd
some
say
cash
so.
behind the project?
Yeah, I think Bandcamp is the primary source right now. We don't have any physical merch yet.
Okay.
We're gonna work on it, but just gotta get another paycheck to
Yeah.
that doesn't have to go towards rent and groceries.
Yeah, fund the
Yeah.
production. Yeah, it does
Yeah.
cost money to make the physical
Yeah,
stuff.
I know. I need to be making my broth. I can't be
Your broth.
Yeah,
Yeah, Charlie's
I make
been
a lot of
obsessed with
broth.
making
Yeah,
beef broth, and
yeah, immense amount of broth. Yeah,
Immense amount of
you
broth.
made a vegetable broth.
The
too?
trifecta. Yeah, I've been making all the broths. Yeah,
All
I've
the
been
broths.
Yeah, I've been doing beef broth. I've been doing chicken broth and vegetable broth.
Oh yeah.
What goes into a good broth?
Love.
Time.
Time?
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Time and and love. Yeah, and
But I mean, are you like hunting down beef bones and just making
Oh
a
yeah,
broth?
100%.
Yeah.
Are there vegetables?
Yeah, ingredients. Yeah,
He's got,
yeah, but
he's got some
time.
pig feet in his freezer right
I'm
now.
gonna be
nice.
attempting a tonkatsu ramen
Oh,
pretty soon.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
Cool, very
but
cool.
that one's gonna require some time, some serious time. You got to do like a 12-hour rolling boil.
Oh, really?
with the,
Okay.
like, yeah, with the different variation of bones, mostly pig's feet that I have.
Mostly pig's feet.
Yeah.
Would you ever make can you combine, like make a beef and a pig broth at the same time?
I don't know. I see, like, I'm pretty new to the whole deal. Like, I've been
Okay.
doing it over the past couple of months, but it's been like kind of like a burnout avoidance type of activity.
Oh,
like,
yeah?
when
Like
I
a Zen
really
moment? Like a Zen
yeah,
activity?
like it's been like I don't have a lot of time, and my brain is kind of I feel the symptoms set in, so I'm like, all right, it's time to make a broth. Let's go.
broth.
Yeah, and I made an amazing amazing stew last week. I had the beef bones on simmering for 18 hours, and then I took them off, let them sit for about 6, and then I had a stew, and the stew took about 30 hours of total time to like come together.
Okay.
But it was very good.
Man.
Yeah, it was a bone healing stew. Yeah.
Bone healing stew.
Yeah.
This is fascinating. So you make when you add the vegetables to this process, like do you let the broth occur for like 12 or 18 hours, or
Yeah. So basically, you'll put in your beef bones. You'll like roast them for like 45 minutes. Put them in the pot, and then you add I'll add like onions, leeks, celery, some garlic, a little bit of vinegar. I'll put in a little bit of red wine as well, just to spice it up a little bit, and some bay leaves. And then you just let it sit for like 12 hours. You scoop off the scum every couple hours, and maybe put in a little bit more water. And then afterwards, you can let it sit for about overnight, and then you have about a cup or so of it's basically like a beef creme brulee, like a fat brulee, that comes out and you have to break it and pull out the little fat bits.
It sounds pretty delicious. It sounds like a lengthy process.
It's wonderful. Beef
wonderful.
brulee.
So are you going to have some ready for Dahl when they're in Fredericton? Pressure.
I was going to try. I was planning on making a broth yesterday so that they'd arrive to my place and have it be smelling like beef broth.
Yeah.
I was actually.
Are you guys vegetarian?
No.
I had a plan for this, but I ran out of time. Ran out of time trying to make sure the shows were going to go okay.
It's the thought that counts.
Imagine you just prioritize broth over all the other stuff.
Over the
Broth,
shows,
number one priority.
No one's coming out to the shows, but at least we've got broth.
We got broth, yeah. Well, maybe you guys could do a musical collab of a broth, and it could be a broth of sorts,
Yeah.
We make the broth and we could score a piece to it.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That's a really cool idea, actually.
I'm into it.
I'm gonna start thinking about that.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing. He's going to. That's what concerns
You know,
me.
you can, you could be making a broth, and that'll be the time. You have to have the music done by the time the broth is done, or whatever, by the time the stew's done.
This is the dawn of something very special with our two groups, I think. Yeah,
It could be.
Yeah,
pretty exciting.
Broth collab.
This might be the super.
We'd have to make a doll, maybe.
Yeah.
We have to make a doll, yeah. We would have
Yeah.
to make a doll.
Oh, man, this is coming together. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, well,
like the doll soup.
lentil kind of soup stew.
Okay.
Yeah. Doll.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I never actually know what doll.
Yeah. It's it's a dish. It's got lentils. It's usually. I mean, I don't want to sound ignorant and say it's.
Bring the mic closer.
Oh yeah, sorry. My mother is a Trinidadian, and when I was a kid, we had dal all the time. So I understand it to have lentils, a little bit of stock, usually some veggies, and sometimes I mix it with rice. Sometimes I have it a little more liquidy and just have a nice soup. And that's our band name. Yeah, lentils.
Yeah.
That sounds so yummy.
Try it.
Yeah, I could go for some of that right now.
Getting ourselves.
We'll have some after the chowder.
You get the clam chowder, I'll get the dal.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll be having 2 helpings of dal tonight.
Yeah. See, the broth chat seemed kind of pointless, but little did we know Dahl's band name.
Yeah. Well, we've had chowder on the brain for a bit today.
Yeah, last time we toured in this part of the country. One day I actually ate chowder at 2 restaurants. I left one and then crossed the street. We were in St. Andrews.
Nice.
And I was deeply ashamed, but it was worth it.
Taste testing.
Oh yeah, I was exactly.
Yeah, compare and contrast.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was trying to get us out to the Herring for this tour, but alas, to no avail.
No luck. Maybe next time.
Next one.
Places you had the chowder was the herring.
The red herring.
Oh no, St. Andrews.
No, in St. Andrews. Yeah.
I don't recall. I just I saw signs that said chowder and I followed.
Yeah.
And that was.
That's a good way to do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Now someone knows how to kidnap you. Just give signs. Just lead you into an alley.
Walking. It's like
chowder this way, chowder that way.
It's under a little box with a stick. Just
That's funny.
like a trap.
Yeah. Our friend Colin used to have a dog named Chowder.
Oh yeah.
Way back in the day. It was the family dog.
That's a really good name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really sweet dog.
Do you ever go up to Park X for Indian food in Montreal?
Yeah, Park X's. That is a legendary spot and
so
great
good.
eating, affordable, because Montreal also likes to appeal to a lot of well-off hipsters, so you can often pay $40 for French fries.
Yeah.
Or a vindaloo or something. So Park X has got it. Park
Yeah.
X has kept it real.
Yeah.
You can also get like at the Sikh temples, they have the lunches that are you can go and get your plates, and it's delicious.
Okay.
Oh,
That sounds good.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Park X.
Park X, yeah.
Park X.
Yeah, Park X is awesome. Did you ever go up to Park X, Charles, when you were living there?
oh yeah, I used to
Yeah.
get a lot of good Indian food from
Yeah.
up in Park X.
Yeah,
Yeah,
super
there are
good.
A couple places.
Yeah.
What's your favorite
Yeah.
place again?
Start
with a D, or-
It was oh no, I can't remember names.
Put you on the
these
spot,
days.
sorry.
Yeah.
On the spot.
Live on the air.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
But one that comes to memory, it's not in Montreal, but I was in Vancouver earlier this year with Palmer, and we had dosas
yeah,
in
dosas.
Vancouver, and
Yeah.
that was off the rails. There's like these places where you can get dosas for like really inexpensive.
Mm-hmm.
Like we went to, there's a $5.99 place, but we went to a $7.99 place. And it was unbelievable. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking for opportunities to have dosas.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's
Is
a
it
place
like
on Jean
Busan or
Talon that
something?
makes them that.
Busan?
Oh yeah,
It's been a couple years.
Oh
but-
no, that's shawarma.
Yeah.
yeah. It was
yeah, there is a
Busan,
place on Johnson. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't recall the name, but I know exactly what you're talking
It's
about.
super
on
good.
on Jean Talon.
Yeah, it's on Jean Talon, like Jean Talon. Jean Talon.
On peut parler français si vous voulez.
Non, non, c'est pas. Non, c'est correct. Yeah, I can't recall the name, but I do. It's nice. I kind of feel like there's, we're kind of corrected by some points of separation, but it seems to all be around food.
Yeah. Food,
More
man.
than music.
Yeah. Food's awesome.
Food's awesome. I do love food.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, so everyone should road trip it to Montreal. Just go to Park X. We've learned that.
Yep.
Yeah,
We've learned that people should make both a broth and a Dahl.
yeah.
And most importantly, people should go to Haven Music Hall tonight.
Yes. Oh
Yeah,
yes.
7 p.m. doors. $12, $15 at the door, but $12 advanced.
Yeah.
So go online right now, clickety clack, and save a couple bucks, and then you can use those bucks to buy merch from Dahl, or
Yeah.
buy hugs from Shriven.
yeah.
Shriven is
Yeah,
selling
please.
Doesn't
hugs.
sound good, does it? It doesn't sound good.
Yeah, more
Buy
hugs.
hugs.
Yeah.
No, it's. What do you mean? Hugs are
Yeah.
good.
Hugs are great.
Buy
Yeah,
hugs.
they're free. You don't need to buy them.
Oh, you don't need to buy
I'll
okay,
buy
okay,
hugs.
okay,
Yeah, I'll be out there buying hugs. for
Yeah, you
everybody.
buy hugs from the
I
audience.
need a lot of hugs these days. It's,
Yeah.
it's tough, emotionally tough these days.
Yeah, some broth hugs. Okay, well, thanks a lot, both groups for coming in, all you guys.
Thank you.
That was a really fun chat.
Yeah,
I'm
thanks
glad you
so
guys have
much.
come out east. I'm glad Charles convinced you guys. Yeah,
Definitely will.
We definitely will be.
you'll be scoping out apartments or like to move here, right? Is that what you're-
Today this morning I was like, I just love the way everything looks like architecturally. It's like, I could see myself here at some point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It's the
If anyone
St.
knows
John's.
of any good deals, let me know.
St. John's, the oldest incorporated city in Canada. So
Oh,
there it is.
How about
I've been calling St. John the best city in the world to a bunch of people.
Last night,
Yeah.
before bed, he just put on drone footage of
Oh,
St.
yeah,
John's.
yeah, drone
That's
footage?
on YouTube.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
And we learned some facts, like the storm that pulled in the
Oh yeah,
tree that.
oh yeah. There was like in
The
the
guy came up with
yeah,
the
the
skeleton.
bones that came up in the Loyalist burial ground, like after the hurricane in 2014.
essential
Oh, yeah.
things to know. It's yeah,
Arthur, yeah.
the Loyalist burial ground. There
Yeah.
was like an old skeleton with the
one of
probably
the
like
trees.
probably
Oh, really?
the
That fell
American
down.
Civil War times or not just American Civil War. What's the
Yeah.
other one? War of Independence or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Just like guy came up in the roots skeleton.
Yeah.
Scared
Talking
a
about
lot of kids.
Yeah.
It's been a history lesson.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
talking about the Great Fire as well.
Yeah.
a little
Yeah, the
bit.
Great Fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Loyalist House is uptown. You could have a tour of that. Really.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Old school house
Okay.
from way back when.
I love the history.
Yeah, it's
really
pretty
great.
deep here.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's end the chat with some love for Dr. Mother Father. I'm going to play a tune.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Dr. Mother Father. Now, it's off their first record called Catholic. Maybe I should be playing something off their newest record, which is also fantastic. But I'm just kind of a big fan of this song called Beg and Bleed by Dr. Mother Father. And yeah, just to remind everyone again, catch Dahl and Shriven and Dr. Mother Father at Haven Music Hall. Doors at 7, shows at 8, $15 at the door. And if you're listening and you're not in St. John, jump on to Dahl's Instagram or Shriven's Instagram, where I believe the tour dates are posted
Yes.
for the weekend. All right, thanks
Thank
a lot
you
for
so
coming in,
much.
guys.
Thank you.
And we'll do this again next time you're around.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
sound flickering